somebody who liked the pain
The
in their sex?
pinching of the nipples.
That's that's as far as that
And
person you
the
like?
harder, I've literally bit them till they almost bled. But
that's as
did
far
you
as
ever
that
remember me talking about drive-by? The nickname drive-by?
I think so.
Yeah. You remember what that meant?
That they just came,
It did that enough. Usually 45 minutes in and out. Or roughly between 35 and 45 minutes.
So drive-by had that.
Drive-by, and I probably will celebrate an anniversary of 18 years soon. 18 years with this man.
Smoke one, talk to me, babe, have fun. Grab a drink and smoke one. She's so fucking outspoken, this be the podcast. Always gonna spill the real, give a fuck if you mad. So don't be up in your feelings, yeah. Don't be up in your feelings, yeah. She's so fucking outspoken, this be the podcast.
Welcome back to She's So Fucking Outspoken. I'm your host, Shaquana.
And I'm Sophia.
And we have a guest today. This is our very first guest. And we are so super excited to have you. And we appreciate you for coming.
Absolutely.
Sophia's going to give y'all the introduction because she's known her the longest.
Yes, I've definitely have known her the longest. I would like to say before there was internet.
No, she did.
Before there was cell phones. Before there were computers.
Where is she now?
And the thing about it, this all describes me as well.
No, it does.
Yes, it does.
Because
Baby, I had a compact disc computer.
How old are you?
I am 48.
We're not the same.
We're not the same. We're definitely not the same, but I'm describing myself as well.
Not the same.
But the renown.
She said before internet and all that stuff, that makes it sound ancient. Oh.
You know who I channeled when I said that, right? Carl.
It sounds just like him.
We have the beautiful 2 children, right?
Yes.
Mother of 2, grandmother of 2.
Yes.
I knew I was right. Mother of 2, grandmother of 2, a self-acclaimed sexpert. We have the wonderful, the beautiful, the glamorous Andrea Carter.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here, Miss Carter.
You're welcome.
We are so excited. I know Miss Carter too. We had a little, how long was you? 2 years or 2? She was my trainer. And
a year ago.
I said how long was it? Like a year? How long was we together?
Oh, us?
No, me and Miss Carter. When you trained me.
Girl, like 8 weeks.
I'm talking about, even when I graduated, I was still, interacting with you. So it was like a year.
You were only there for a year?
A year or 2. I don't know. But anyway, that's how I know her. And
but that's how I know you. You were in my class?
Yes.
Get out of here, girl.
Mm-hmm. Don't do that. You don't remember.
You were an excellent student.
Yes, you were wonderful.
But that's when I learned that, she's the perfect person for this because she has no filter.
I remember.
Okay.
Oh, you're going to do it. Yeah.
No filter though. That's my point. No filter. So.
Absolutely.
Certain people stand out. So when I first saw you guys' podcast, I immediately knew you. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, people was like, "Oh, that's perfect for y'all to be together," and I was like, "She's outspoken." I know I'm loony toony, but I did not know until I finally met her, and yeah, she's definitely outspoken.
I listened to the first one and I laughed.
Thank you.
I really did. I laughed because y'all and talking about relationships and stuff like that. No holds barred, pretty much.
Right.
No holds barred. I laughed my ass off. I had a good time watching you.
And that's why I'm so glad that you're here because the title of today's episode, there's no holds barred with questions to be asked to you, is there?
No.
Okay, great. With that being said, what is today's title, Shaquana?
Today's title is Sex Over 60. Because, baby, it's giving 60 and sexy. Like, look at it. Like, what's the secret? Like, what I need to do?
What do you need to do?
Yeah, to look like you when I get 60.
Oh, girl. One of the first things that I did about a year ago was I pulled off that processed meat. My doctor had been trying to tell me, get off that processed meat. Drink a lot of water, get a lot of sleep, eat edibles.
Your doctor told you that?
My doctor agreed to it because when I got when I got sick in 2020 due to COVID, I was a smoker for 33 years.
Okay.
So when I stopped breathing the night that I got sick and ended up in the ICU, I never had another cigarette again.
Okay.
So, but I also thought that since I couldn't smoke cigarettes, I thought that I could smoke weed, but that was not part of it.
Yeah, because
so
the word smoke is still
literally,
okay.
literally.
Yeah.
So when I asked my doctor, I said, well, hey, I can't smoke anything now. I know that. So I need to know if it's okay if I ingest it. And she's like, why would you ask me that? You're my doctor. You're the only person I should be asking.
Yes.
Right.
I mean, doctors prescribe it, so what's the problem?
And that's exactly what I did. So she said it was okay to ingest it. So that's what I do part-time, a little part-time for supplement. So to support my habit as well too sometimes. You know?
See, I'm glad you said that. I'm so glad you said that.
Chocolate
I was gonna hint that somebody that I used to know in the past used to, but I mean, if they're bring it out. I mean,
girl,
You should have brought us a little sample today.
we're currently in the state of California. She's doing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But I will at a later time, no problem, no problem whatsoever. I started out experimenting just a little bit here and there with just the regular basic cookies, as you remember.
Oh.
I cannot do both.
Right.
I cannot. You know how people have a drink and go to work? I can't do that.
Yeah.
Smoke some weed and go to work? I can't do that because I'm gonna find
Or you
me.
gonna do it on that break.
I'm gonna tuck under the desk with a.
I don't know how they do. Yes, because like if I'll ask my boyfriend a question after he's smoking, he's looking at me like, man, why you did that?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'm sorry.
I don't
I
want
asked you to
nothing.
use your brain.
Right.
I want nothing serious during that time that's going on.
Exactly.
And the edibles last longer, ladies. They do. You know, if you smoke a blunt, you probably high maybe, I don't know, hour and a half, something like that, to where the edibles last 3 to 4, sometimes 5
Okay.
hours. So I ate 2 last night, and that's all that.
Okay. But you good?
They good. Yeah, I didn't have anything today.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I had one when I woke up this morning, but that's not neither here or there.
Exactly.
Anyway.
So you're really wake and bake.
Well, not really. Only reason I did it this time is because my daughter said that she was gonna cook breakfast, and she said, "Well, Mama, don't worry about breakfast. I'm gonna cook breakfast when I get back to the house, and you just lay back down." So I did. So on my way back to the, and it wasn't in route, but I went into the kitchen and maybe got me a little one.
Okay.
Found something to binge watch.
Right. Okay, but before we get into like the questions and stuff, we're gonna go ahead and introduce the drink. I brought, I think it's double XL. It looks kind of
Strawberry and grapes.
it looks kind of X-rated or something for real. I wonder what it's gonna do. It's 16%, so we gonna try it out while we talking. We're gonna let y'all know what it's doing at the end.
I want to let you know, Miss Carter, that the first episode that we did, we kind of did like 2 tapings, and we were on the double XL. And the second taping, we don't know what the fuck happened. We didn't.
Alcohol does that.
My camera stopped. We didn't know. We spoke for a whole hour. And then we got up and we went to the trap and had a dirty potato. It was the best night ever.
Yes, those are good.
You gonna have me one win a day.
And that's the only time they're not open.
For
It's on
real.
Sundays, yeah.
So let's go ahead and see.
I did already.
Oh, you tasted it already? Okay.
I'll taste it again.
I always let her taste it first.
It's good. It's giving strawberry and grape.
Is it sweet?
It's sweet and it's burning while it's going down, so it's gonna do what it do.
This is a good one. And as you
Smells
see,
good.
she did say she was doing water, but we gave her a little splash,
Yeah,
a little
just a
razzle,
sprinkle.
something just to make the glass look like it was doing something.
Yeah.
It's a water blush.
All right, Miss Carter. So, sex in your 60s. Are you in your 60s, or you just tapped the 60 door?
I'm 60.
You're on the dot. All right. And I know that you are a September Virgo, September 13th.
Okay.
So let's see, like, what is it that still keeps you going? Because they do say that, the whole theory of it that they try to put in people's minds is that when you turn 40, the drive goes down.
If you have a high sex drive, it stays that way, pretty much. Unless, maybe one thing that could influence it would probably be something like, maybe a massive weight gain, or medications might cause it.
Okay.
But if you cruising through life and you got a high sex drive, you just stays that way.
So you've always had a high sex drive?
Since the time I discovered what it was, yeah.
And let's go ahead and ask that age. Well, how old were you when you started?
I lost my virginity at 15.
Okay. Okay, because there was somebody had asked that question to me, and they was like, let's go push this back real quick. They was asking us the question and say, like they asked me when I lost it. I said I lost it at 14. Oh my God, you lost it at 14? I was like, yeah. I said, but I'm 48, and as of right now, you know, I wasn't sleeping with a lot of people, so you know, 14, it was just a try out and say, okay, I'm done. You know, it's not like I went back and said, oh, okay, 14, let me get 6 more guys.
Yeah, right.
So, you know, I did lose it at 14 as well. What about you, Shaquana? When you lost your virginity?
I lost my virginity at 14, and I got pregnant at 14. I got pregnant the day I lost my virginity.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And well, you know, a little backstory with hers because we did on previous shows. I just love it. Lost her virginity the first time she had sex. Got pregnant. The next time she decided to have sex, got pregnant again.
Tell her what, you know what she said to me, Miss Carter. She told me I was young, dumb, and full of calm.
Literally. She was the epitome of that definition.
Literally.
Yes. She was young, dumb, got that cum on it, got pregnant twice.
Yeah, you were full of calm. It wasn't yours. It was somebody else.
Oh my God, hey.
But yeah,
I'm not here to judge though. But that's what I like about it. The fact that we can talk about anything.
Yeah.
Working in that call center together with you guys back in the day, you learn a lot about people.
Right.
And one of the things that you learn really quickly in a place full of people is that you're so quick not to judge. You don't know their story. You don't know the story behind it.
Yeah.
It's been times I've talked to someone or looked at someone and I'm like, and then have a conversation with them weeks later. You be like, oh, I had a whole wrong idea about that person. Total wrong idea about this person. Or you're in the middle of training and they're like, I got an emergency. I need to talk to you real quick, and then they'll tell you
that whole life story.
The whole my light bill is due, and my lights are cut off. And can I borrow $150? I don't even know you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know you. I don't know why you thought the trainers were rich, but we don't know you. We were struggling too.
Yeah,
we were struggling too. The most money I've ever made is the job I have now.
Right.
Ever made.
Really?
Ever made. Yeah.
So with that being said, you're no longer with that company. How long you been gone?
I left January of last year.
Okay.
January 2023.
Okay.
My whole life changed. I walked away and it took them 3 weeks to find me. I ain't even say I'm leaving. I'm bye. I just left. I was so outdone by that company.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was very
so outdone.
And I said earlier, you know, I was like, to tell you the truth, I honestly have no problem with teleperformance. It's the people in there that made it a family and the ones that try to make it your demise. That's what stressed me out about about that job. I will come to work because I enjoy coming to work. I came to work, I smiled and I laughed with everybody, and I enjoyed that because it was a family. But then you had these people that you let that power get to their head, and I'm like, seriously, it's not that important. It's not that important.
Constantly trying to turn these people that we've molded into numbers instead of leaving them at people, because it worked better that way. Right. So a lot of the times what we were actually saying in the training class was true. It was ringing true from us.
It was. Yeah,
from
that's
us.
what I was telling her when I was
from us.
Yeah, when I was talking to Sophia and I was talking to her about, you know, when you trained us, I was like, you really made us feel like we were not just, you know, just agents. Like you taught us.
She dealt with people like that. Yeah. That was what her staff was.
Yeah.
You know, and we loved our people.
Everybody
loved all our people.
And everybody loved you. Like you can ask anybody from teleperformance if we call your name, like they got a good story to say about you. Like
and quite a few guys wanted to find out whether or not you was really
well, if I was a cougar or not, right? There's a couple of them.
Did TP ever get a chance? Did anyone in TP ever get a chance to get some Carter pie?
One person.
Not Carter pie.
Okay.
And he left doing the transition from Bell South to AT&T.
Was it good?
No.
Oh.
Damn, you know who you are. We're not gonna say it, but you know who you are. And she apparently. So when we say not good, we're just gonna go ahead and put the label on it. He was trash.
He was trash.
So what made him trash? What was it about the dick that was not good?
You begged for months. Begged for months.
And you said, "Fuck it, okay, let's."
And one night, I was also bartending part time on the weekends. Remember down the yesterdays, and he started coming through there, and I would look up and I'm doing a little drink thing, and he's like a
damn puppy.
Yeah.
But I finally one night I was like, well, hey, I ain't nothing better to do. I ain't got no regular. Let me see what this is about. and it was just one big catastrophe.
Oh man.
You know, with his Danny Glover looking ass.
So with that being said, is it a specific age that you prefer?
Yeah, is there an age that you prefer? Is there a cutoff young age?
Cut off young age is usually around about 45.
Okay.
And I say that because I have a 43-year-old. So I graduated with one on my hip, and then at 19 I had a second one, and then by 22 I couldn't have any more children.
Yeah, just show you a little bit down.
Yeah, bring it down for me. Thank you. I don't see all that love pouring out.
So 45 is the youngest. You got anybody that's considered too old, and you just want to stop it there?
It all depends on. You gotta catch that person who's vibed along with you.
That's right.
You gotta catch that person who matches your energy.
Right.
And a lot of the times, I was the one that was stuck on the age limit, not the guys.
Okay.
And I had to finally realize that. So I'm minding my own business on POF one day, and this 45-year-old reaches out to me. It's about 2 years ago. And I'm like, well, what does he want? You know, so I was like, well, you know, what do you want? You know how old I am, right? He's like, yeah. He said,
what I want.
Yeah, what do you want?
What do you think he wants?
What do you want? You know? And he had these dreads down his back. You know, nothing like what I would have normally even thought about it at 58 years old, you know. 59 at the time. And, no, 58, I'm 58. And, he was like, well, just talk to me, you know. He's like, you know, I read your profile. He said, I know the fact that you just love, you know, to laugh, you know, great sense of humor, so forth, so on. I'm like, okay, fine, no problem. So he's like, well, here's my number, give me a call. I waited like 2 days, and finally I called, and the first conversation, believe it or not, was probably about an hour too long.
Okay.
And we laughed about the silliest things.
I love those type of conversations.
I love that. So that was 2 years ago. It's kind of been an on again, off again thing, but the humor stayed.
Yeah.
You know, but I can turn it on and off with him.
Gotcha.
But when I finally gave him something, which is probably about 6 days after that, you know, but
Probably.
I tried to give it to him 3 days before that. So I need you to understand that he's the one that said, "Wait, you know, let's just wait a little bit." I'm like, look.
Cause he wanted to keep. He didn't want to.
He didn't want me to think that's what it was, but I wasn't gonna go no further if the shoes didn't fit.
Yeah.
I need to try them shoes on first, and then we can continue on with whatever this is, you know.
Well, were you looking for a relationship? Like that's what you were trying to get?
I wasn't with him, no.
Okay, but when you went on those site, you were.
I was.
Okay,
but
all
so
right.
this just kind of just threw me off of my whole little mission with him. And I guess that's when it kind of opened me up a lot more things, you know. And he was like,
so with that being said, Miss Carter, so sex is definite for you. Like you got to be able to fuck me good in order for me to be with you. Or
you got to do a good job. You can't be up there, you know, like 3 to 5.
Yeah.
I can't do that. I mean, if you want to do 3 to 5 10-minute sessions, then that's fine too.
Okay.
Yeah, I can do that.
So how many rounds can you go?
What the fuck?
We did 5.
I just hear what she said.
We did 5.
3 to 5 10-minute sessions.
The first time was 5 sessions. And he kept saying, "You want some more?" I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
He like, "When was the last time?" I said, "Well, you know, it's been a minute." You know, but you know, a minute to me and my minute and his minute.
Yeah.
You know, my minute was
probably a
you
minute.
know, my little bit. My minute was like maybe a week before that. You know,
Yeah.
and his mind was probably several months, but mine maybe a week or two before that. Yeah.
Okay.
So but still, it's easier for us as long as that stage don't dry us out. You know, we can go for a long ass time. So I'm glad that you found somebody that was able to pop that thing right back up again. And
you would think though that after it being good and the conversation and the vibe and all of that, that I would be the one to act out. Stalker.
yeah. Well,
You put that thing on him.
Well, this guy did. I saw this one thing on TikTok where the guy was asking this lady, who's a comedian, who was in the audience, asking the audience. He was like, "Well, how old are you?" And she was like, "She's 38." He said, "Well, how many kids do you have?" And she was like, "I don't." He was like, "Oh, that pussy's trash." He said, "Because we all know that women, a lot of kids got good pussy."
And always
So I I mean, so we're gonna have to put you in that category. You know, you got them.
I got some good shit.
Yeah, you got
But it ain't because of a lot of kids, anything like that. It's the person. Just like that, you can't put all women, all blacks, all whites, all men in the same category. As they say, as old people say, keep living. You'll realize that. So every time that I meet someone, a guy or whatever, I always start from zero. I start with that clean slate with that person. I don't put somebody in the category, oh, you were like my ex, or my ex did this, or the last guy I dated. I'm total clean slate. But this one here, this 45-year-old was like a breath of fresh air. Literally. Walks in the park, sitting out there in the swing at 3 o'clock in the morning. We were just hanging out. I mean, the vibe was getting good.
I was dating.
I was trying to give it to him in the park. You know, I was like, hey, I was trying to give it. It was 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like,
it's like, shit, this is what the fuck we here for. And his answer's like, nah. You my girlfriend, I gotta take you home to mama. He was trying to date you.
All I got to say about that is that I'll say about 3 to 5 weeks into this, because it was nonstop for about 6 months. And about 3 to 5 weeks in that, he had told me from the beginning that he's not the type of person that liked a lot of oral. And
to receive or give?
To give. Or receive, to be honest. You know, and I understood that because, you know, to each his own again.
Yeah.
But one night, this was the funniest thing, you know, we just in the middle of all this, you know, flipping around and changing positions and all that. All of a sudden, I feel this warmth come over me, right?
Yeah.
And I sit up, right? And he's coming from up there. I said, what are you doing? I said, you had to taste it. This makes you feel. He said, it's something about this shit. I said, I know, right?
Oh my God.
I said, I thought you didn't do that. He said, I just had to taste it because I mean something wrong here.
Something wrong.
So what is it? What?
I don't know. I don't know if it's hereditary. If it's the juices and berries. I don't know. It doesn't take a lot of moisture. Sometimes I do, you know, like right out the shower I do. But if you sit there and you do the right things, you know, focus on the right area.
Yeah, I'm
don't take much
I'm
at all.
an imagination person. So if I can get that imagination, I'm like,
Or a man taking his clothes off is a big turn on me.
Yeah.
Man, it's better they do it slowly.
Yeah.
We went and saw we went to a Black Effect podcast yesterday, and they had this podcast called Horrible Decisions, and they basically talk about sex on there. And they were telling us about the kinks that people have. Like, some guys like to be kicked in their groin. You've ever met somebody who liked the pain in their sex?
Pinching of the nipples.
That's that's as far as that
and
person.
The harder, I've literally bit them till they almost bled. But
that's as far as.
You ever remember me talking about drive-by? The nickname drive-by?
I think so.
Yeah. You remember what that meant?
That they just came, you know.
And did that enough. Usually 45 minutes in and out. Or roughly between 35 and 45 minutes.
So drive-by had that.
Drive-by, and I probably will celebrate an anniversary of 18 years soon. 18 years with this man. And the more I deal with him for just that and that only, the pain has increased.
Gotcha. Well, that's as far as he goes nipples, though. You haven't found anybody that wants them to grab their balls and squeeze it or nothing like that. Because some people
fingernails in the ass.
Yeah.
The fingernails, period. The more I dig into the skin, the more it turns them on. I don't understand about that because that's not me.
Yeah, I don't know that.
Now you can do a little.
A little something.
You can leave some handprints back there. Because I have a little something back there.
I can do a nice little squeeze, but when I want
not since mammogram started. No, don't touch it lightly. Like the lighter, the bigger response.
Right. Okay. So I'm gonna ask you. How many times? What's the most you came in one session? Like how many times?
About 7.
Okay.
About 7 to 8.
Was that drive-by?
Yes.
It got to be.
Yes.
If he keep coming back 18 years later, he got to be doing something right.
So would you say
it was one for years, and then one particular day I was like, oh, okay, you know, that was the sign, you know, the little baseball signs, and this here meant, you know, it's time to tap out. And I felt that happen, and I was like, hey. You know, and I felt it happen again, and I was like, hey.
Right.
Next thing I know, it was the next day. That's all I remember.
Wow.
I blacked out. Evidently, I happily blacked out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but I woke up the next day, and he likes to try to come over like when I'm working from home, and he was like, well, let me come over there during your lunch break or something. I was like, because I want to take a nap when I'm done with you. You know, but he'll do anything. If I say do this, do that.
Yeah.
Then, you know, if I say suck toes, he does it.
Oh, yeah, that's
You like it? You like to talk
A little, but not a lot. But I have to keep him away from the butthole. He likes that butthole.
You don't like it?
No. He got one time, I was like, whoa, wait, whoa, let me know you're coming, honey.
But I still like the feeling though. It's not an undoing, you know, once in a while, a little celebration of the ass.
At 40, yes. At 60, your butthole unpredictable.
Yeah, you don't know. I don't know what it's gonna do. I'm not responsible for anything that it's
I'm just saying. And I have sometimes I take Pepto-Bismol before sex, you know, something to try to calm my stomach down. Eat no food. You have to have sex on an empty stomach.
Yeah, I've heard
no
that.
Food.
I heard it's best
no
to do
food.
it like that.
But the older you get, the better it is.
Yeah, but I wouldn't.
The better you have to.
I don't like to eat anyway and have sex.
That heavy stomach.
Yeah.
That heavy stomach.
Oh my God. Look, I'm like, look, I'm about to be real fucking lazy with you because you trying to fuck now. I'm like, okay, I'm just. Because right now I'm full, I feel uncomfortable, feel damn bloated.
You
I don't
more
understand how men don't feel bloated.
You're more energetic like
when
that.
When you're empty, yeah.
More energetic like that. But yeah, he tried a couple times and I was like, hey. And I'm at the age now to where I have no shame when it comes to that. My inhibitions are way more open. And I'm quick to say something like, hey, you know, I was having a problem with stomach earlier, so, you know, be a little careful.
Yeah, let's just stay, let's stay in the front.
Yeah, just stay in the front. Let's stay in the front, and I need you to slow down.
That's why the plastic's down.
Yeah.
Right.
The towel. How you know? The towel.
You got to have the towel.
The towel will be slid up under there. Yeah,
so you still splashing?
Squirting.
Yeah.
I've never squirted until we drive by. Never.
The thing about it is,
and I was 55 the first time I ever squirted.
Wow.
Have you ever squirted?
I haven't. It's a special type of person to do that. I was doing it for so long.
But then you still think, and to this day, you still be like, okay, I know I emptied out my goddamn bladder. So I'm not sure this is what it's supposed to be. You know, but you still, you know, because that feeling that you're having, it still feels like, So, you know, I'll sit there and try to hold it. I'm like, you know what? I don't give a fuck what liquid just come out of me, because just go ahead.
And the thing is, the minute you release those muscles, your whole body's like,
it's man. And
it locks the fuck up.
Yes, he had to force me to do it because I wouldn't do it. Like I kept tensing him, like I can't do it. Like I was so scared to do it, and he literally made me do it. And it was the best feeling ever.
So you fall under also what they were talking about with horrible decisions, where that's another kink that they have, was kind of like, it's not necessary, but you fall in that begging type of situation where, you know, you're trying to hold it back and be like, no, you can't come yet.
Yeah.
You can't come yet. Somebody ever told you that? Like, nah, don't come yet. You like,
hell no.
No one ever told you don't come yet? Have you ever told him
no
yet?
That has never been part of my vocabulary.
But like when you're going at it,
I coach and develop.
That's what I'm talking about.
I coach and develop, but I don't do that.
But like
I don't do the whole, let's hold it back. I was like, go ahead and do it so we can get you some rest, so we can do it again.
Right.
I don't try to hold it back for this one big finale. I'm going for the numbers. I'm going for the numbers.
I'm a numbers person.
I'm a numbers person. I'm going for the numbers.
I think it was like a power.
She said, this is all about right now. This is all about quantity, not quality.
Yeah, let's go to the next one. Let me do it again.
You want another one out of me? Yes. That's what we talk about. Another one out of me. Literally.
Yeah, okay.
So the doors are always open, always unlocked. The very little conversation, and at the same time, we might sit there and have a conversation.
Yeah.
But a lot of the times, it was years before I knew how old his daughter was. And when I asked him the second time, she went from 6 to like 13. I'm like, well, damn.
Like,
Where did the years go? Years go. Yeah.
Years.
Yeah, almost 18.
Are you currently dating right now?
No, I'm not. I'm not dating. I went on a date last weekend with a guy that was 47. And he came up from Tallahassee to take me to dinner.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
And
so this is on POF also?
No, this was on Facebook dating.
Okay.
6 foot, chocolate, Wicks, something I never would have done. Never would have. When I tell you the one that come after me don't even look like the style that I would have even gone for. He didn't have the sagging pants because the pants were fitted so well with them slightly bow legs. He was the color of those glasses there. And when I got out of the car, he picked me up.
He was blight.
He was blight. He was licorice. And he was, everything came out of his mouth was like, you okay? You need anything? Let's go get you something to eat.
Yeah.
You know, and he picked me up. He picked me up when I got out. He picked me up. I said, oh, you strong. And I pooed a little bit when he picked me up.
That's why she want people to stay away from that ass.
Yeah.
Stay away from that
This
ass.
thing here it caught my off guard. You know, my stomach was empty, so it was gassy.
I'm nervous. I'm gonna let you pull one of these.
What is that?
Pull one and just speak on. You're gonna speak on whatever you pull.
Have you ever insulted? What?
Have you ever insulted someone while you're having sex with them?
It's like 6.
Yeah.
Okay, this threw me off. I thought these ain't the real glass. What the
Have
hell?
you ever told some like oh boy,
Yes.
was it during sex?
Yes, I've insulted someone doing sex.
Oh, what
I had. You're doing that wrong.
Got a little.
You're doing that wrong, and don't ever do that again, because it's not working.
I'm like, have you tried this shit on other people?
You can't have done this to somebody else.
And they told you that you were good.
Yeah. I'm like, this is ridiculous. I said,
people like, baby, did someone tell you that shit was right?
I know it's got lips on it, but don't literally just only kiss it.
Yeah.
And that's what you did. You
And
got
at
to
the same
kiss it.
time, don't fucking just eat it. Just because it's hard eating it, what are you doing?
It was horrible. I talked about him so bad he called me a bitch.
Oh.
So yeah.
Oh.
But I deserved it because I gave him some bitch attitude with it.
And you was mad, like
I was
you ain't
pissed.
doing that right.
You had me feeling that it was, that it was gonna, because I was attracted.
Did he talk game? Like
No.
Like he had that?
I said, I need you to do such and such and such and such, and he was like, you don't tell me how to do this. I said, this is my body.
It's not
I
working
do
for me.
tell you what to do, and this will not happen again. I promise you that. 'Cause
It's not working.
your sex sucks.
Yeah.
I got another
One more.
He just went there with hard dick and went home.
I can't even call it hard. It's medium. It was medium. Is there a cutoff in size?
Well, is it something too big or
Yes.
too small?
I know what
Oh,
it meant.
okay.
She know what size means.
Okay.
Right? Even if you had the word girth on here, I would know what that was, okay? My thing, I had to think about it a second.
Okay, yeah,
okay?
you can.
What I was gonna say is that I'm not an extremist. I'm a middle person.
Okay.
And that's with life, period. If I can cruise down the middle of the road, I'm fine. So too big and too small, those are extremes to me.
Okay.
So I like to find in the middle. So I've never been a too big type of person. I like big in the past, but the older I got, medium suits me just fine.
I'm saying my medium will be considered as long as my 2 fingers can like slightly touch, then we're good.
Well, I can't get my fingers completely around that one.
Yeah. So
Just about
okay.
like right there.
So that's-
But the length is only about maybe so, and it's perfect size.
6 inches.
Yeah, maybe 5 and a half,
5
6.
and a half. 5 and a half.
Believe it or not.
Okay. Yeah, because where the fuck is the rest going?
And if you laying on your back and your knees are being pushed back toward the wall, then now this thing here has tilted up.
Yeah.
So you can just, you can dig all in it all you want to.
Yeah.
Then you hold on to the
she
knees
just
and you just
anatomy.
press. Yeah, it tilts up.
Yeah.
I know this.
Oh, yeah.
Cause I walk him through it. I said, hey, you got it tilted up right. He's like, yeah. I said, so now you know it's sitting up for you right. And I'm looking him dead in his eyes. He's like, yeah.
So you like
I
talking dirty?
said, is it in there, Daddy?
You do it well.
Yeah, is it in there, Daddy?
They like that shit.
He's like, yeah.
You like, you feel that?
I said, it's deep. Yeah. You feel that? I'm doing, by this time I'm doing my cakes.
Tight. You like
Oh
that.
yeah.
You feel that?
Yeah. And in the same turnaround when they do that little jump shit that they do.
I like that too.
I would start giggling.
So what's your favorite position?
Doggy.
Face down, ass up.
Doggy.
Absolutely.
It's just something
Doggy.
about that
At the
angle.
foot of the bed.
Okay.
2. Yeah, face down, ass up, true. But sometimes I lose control because they push it so hard. So I'm going from the
Got your
middle of the
ass down
bed.
there on the floor.
The middle of the bed to the head of the bed, I'm pushing back. But if I get to the foot of the bed and I get my footing, so now my feet are on the floor, then I can cuff up under the bed and hold on.
Absolutely.
So now I can push back.
Oh, yeah.
Now I got my push back going on. But pushing through the TV.
They can't handle when you get thrown back.
Hold on, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what these are. These are the love hounds. Hold on, sir. I got something for
And then
you.
they stop. And now you you in control. You be like, well, what's going on? What you stopping for? Because when you get me in that certain angle, you start doing it and I start moving, you know, they love that part because they're like, why you running? Why you running away from it?
Right.
When I turn back and I catch your ass, now you want to stop stroking. What you stopping for? What you stopping for? Because I'm driving now.
Don't forget to drop your knees now and come back up.
Okay.
You drop your knees, you drop like you're doing a squat just a little bit and then you come back up. Okay. So now it's angled to where it's coming up this way at it. And boy, they really holding on in. They holding on in. I got them toes planted in that carpet.
Yes.
I'm also
talking shit. You feel me?
I also like that overcoming thing, like when you start, let's say like I'm laying down and you're about to, we're doing missionary, so we're laying down, and it's no matter where I'm planted, you grab my legs and pulling me towards you. I'm like,
aggressively.
Oh my God.
I like aggressive. I like aggressively sex, and I like to be submissive in the bedroom.
Yes, I am submissive.
I love to be submissive.
I'm submissive in the bedroom if that's what you want, but if you want oral, you have to ask. I ain't gonna volunteer.
You have to do it. Okay.
You have to ask. I want you to ask. I want you to ask.
Do you like giving it?
I like the fact that he likes it. I can live without it, but I mean, I like the fact. But it's a slight turn on, but not a big one. My biggest turn on is getting up on my elbows, watching him do me. So that's my biggest thing, you know.
Exactly, and then with me, it's weird that I'm saying it, but if I yawn too much, my damn jaw locks up. So I damn sure I'll be sitting there. I'll sit there yawning it when I close my mouth.
First time I locked up.
You just gonna click me like, what just happened? What was that noise? So if I'm sitting there, open up my mouth, say that my mouth just gonna be stuck open. I don't feel that. I like.
I want to do it because I love the slow dick. Like I like it. Like it pleases me too. So it's like you have to want to do it. You have to enjoy it while you're doing it. So
is there an angle that you like a position that's the best for when you do it?
Yeah, I want him to be laying down, and then I'm gonna sit up like this. I'm gonna put my arm over, and I'm gonna be turned from the side, and I'm gonna do it like this.
Sit in the chairs that we used to have from teleperformance, the gray ones, high back ones, drop them all the way to the bottom. So you're sitting down here, so that when he walks up on you, he's walking right here.
Oh, you're sitting in the chair.
I'm sitting in the chair.
He's
walking up on me.
As comfortable as possible while I'm doing this.
I described it in a text message, so he knew exactly what to do when he got there. And the towel was between me and him because he likes the saliva to run down. So I made sure I had a lot of saliva going on.
You like that?
No, I don't, but he did.
And
it was all running down my arm and stuff like that. And the more he heard the noise, the bigger turn on it was. Which turned me on. Which turned me on. It was
like she got
spit it was spit all everywhere down here on my fingers and stuff. And I was like, is that what you want? Is that what you're asking for? And he's like, yeah, that's what I want. But the thing is, when I give him instructions, he follows them to the T. So I definitely do the exact same thing for him. Yeah, absolutely. So when he gives me instructions, maybe on a Tuesday and we get together that Thursday, I try to make sure I hit everything that he asked for. Yeah.
Okay. He's like, oh, she's very attentive. She studied. She's a very good student. And I'm gonna have to give you an A+ for that. So you definitely want to.
Y'all play with the balls?
Yeah, they like that.
And the
roll
and
the
gooch. And the gooch, a little piece.
Well, you know, the finger, that's what this finger is for. You know, just rub it through that, just kind of run your hands through that. The balls need love too.
They do.
They do.
And you need to put a lot of spit down there too.
I get it down there, yeah. But I can't do it like that when he's standing though. But if he's laying down, then I will take that same chair and push it up to the bed. So I'm now leaning over like
she's going to work on
I'm going to be comfortable. I'm 60. I gotta be. I can't do a lot of twists and turns that I did at 50.
I would love to know, why is this fucking office chair in your bedroom like that? Just for that specific thing, or we're not in a bedroom?
Multi-purpose.
Exactly.
Multi-purpose. I push it in my office, push it in my bedroom,
and lower it down.
The other day, I was still working. I was like, hey, I'm still working. He's like, I just want to come in and look at you work. Because I told him that I take calls in my pajama bottoms and no top. So you want to sit? Yeah, you want to sit there and watch. And he sat there and started stroking while I was taking a call.
Turn on to you?
No, because I wasn't participating, but it was turning him on. Again, if I realize what it's doing for them, that makes me happy too, but not necessarily a turn on. You know what I mean? It makes me happy that he's happy because he damn sure goes above and beyond to make sure that I'm satisfied. So if that's
when we talk about this person, we are talking about drive-by.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. That's your bottom bitch.
That's my go-to. That's my dog.
That's a can do no wrong.
He's also the one that can help you move furniture when I need some shit moved.
Shit, I mean, if you moving furniture to the bedroom, the least you can do is move the shit outside.
I had to go get a sofa one day, and I was like, "Hey, I need a favor," and he was like, "I'll do it for you."
Didn't even give a damn what
Does
he live in the local area? Okay, all right, so he's nearby.
Yeah, he can get to my house in less than 12 minutes.
And he
from work or home.
He knows his to say the most his place basically. He knows that I'm gonna get with you just like you gonna fuck somebody else and I'm gonna fuck somebody else.
Never had an argument. Never had a bad moment.
That's what I'm talking about.
Never. All because we stuck to the game plan. And it was never before with people like that. The guy would give all the rules. Hey, I want to keep this undercover. I want to keep this under wrap. I want to keep this between me and you, this, that, and that. I don't want the world to know. I just want to keep this casual, whatever. And they're the ones that always fall back and say, you know what? I'm feeling some kind of way. I said, no, I'm sticking to the game plan. You're not. But this one right here, we have not fallen, either one of us. Either one of us. And I like that. I don't bother you. You don't bother me. And I'm not a problem.
Right. So with that leads into a question that I have. Have you ever was having sex with somebody who was in a relationship and you were the side?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
And I still give them advice.
Okay.
Give them advice and stuff like that. It's like I was like, hey, why are you here on Valentine's Day or the day after Valentine's Day? Well, she pissed me off. I said, well, what did you do?
And she really did.
What did you do? You know what I'm saying? What were you expecting? I mean, what did you buy some flowers? You bought candy? What did you do things out of the norm? Did you go on a picnic? And he's like, give me advice.
Hell yeah. Because one thing I want you to know is I don't fucking want you. So if you're trying to have the problem over there, that means you're trying to go to the next best thing.
I've had that happen too.
No fucking sorry.
We have been aside now. I'm gonna come over here. No, you're not. No, you're not. That's why we get along, because you're over there and I'm over there.
Stay where the fuck you at.
Stay where you are.
So I need some advice. Since we're talking about advice, so what advice would you give me where I can't find nobody like this person that I've had in the past? Like, he literally just blow my mind. Like, I'm talking about 9 times soul left my body, and I can't find that again.
What happened to him?
He's a dirty ass dog.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we just went out. Yeah, we went. It's like you did some fucked up shit, and I just don't. But you did what you needed to do in the bedroom, and then that's right now. That's all I want. Like, I can't find. No, I can't. I'm missing it. Like,
So you don't want a relationship. You just want the soul body, soul leaving experience. Oh, okay.
That's all I want.
I don't know how I believe she's talking such bullshit. Because if that was the case, she wouldn't have any problem fucking this dude if he was doing that. I think she wanted more.
No, we tried to be in a relationship. We tried to be in a relationship. It didn't work out.
Exactly. But what's the problem of you not fucking him now?
Because of what he hurt me.
How did he hurt you? How did he hurt you?
He hurt me because he was cheating on me.
Exactly. That means it's a relationship, right?
That's what I'm saying. I never denied that I didn't want it. I don't want a relationship now. I'm saying I just want to be fucked by him. I can't find nobody else like that.
You can still do that though. You can still fuck him, but you still have your feelings because of the relationship.
So he's local.
No, we tried to be in a relationship. We tried to be in a relationship. It didn't work out.
Exactly. But what's the problem of you not fucking him now?
Because he hurt me. What I'm saying is I don't necessarily just want to fuck him. I just can't find it anymore. He hurt me because nobody can do me.
Exactly. That means it's a relationship, right?
Or nobody I haven't found. That's what I'm saying. I never denied that I didn't want it. I don't want a relationship now.
I just stayed busy. I stayed busy until something comes along. If you're looking for it a lot of times, you can
still fuck him, but you still have your feelings because of the relationship.
Friendships just happen in an instant. So just be prepared. But when you do find somebody that you're attracted to, let them notice what you're looking for.
Right.
Hey, I want this, that, let it know from the jump. I've seen guys actually date other women and then come and approach me later, and I was like, hey, I saw you when you were with such and such. Don't do any of that with me. I said, you didn't even open the door for her when you came in the building. I said, you walk ahead of her. You don't walk beside her. You don't hold her hand, stuff like that. I said, I don't like men like that in my life.
Yeah.
And I said, if I go on a date with you, I want the door opened up and this, that, and the other. He followed suit with every last bit of it.
Okay.
He surely did. And after I saw him mistreat somebody else, he didn't do me that way.
Okay.
So setting expectations. When I
That's
tell
what
you,
I'm saying.
TP has told us. When I tell you
That's
that
why
training
it's a good thing.
is for work and for life.
Exactly.
Direct feedbacks.
Yep.
Setting expectations, especially that. And not only that,
And
on the
we
fly.
have many.
On the fly.
Many coaching sessions.
On the
We
fly
still coach
means that you're actually in the throes of it and you say, hey, never do that again. But
Right.
keep on. Let's keep on doing it. Hey, that thing that you did with your hand, don't ever do that again.
I don't know who
hey,
the
but I'm
fuck
right
taught
here.
you
Yeah.
that. But it ain't.
And never do another living soul like that. Or you say, hey, oh, no, don't ever do that shit again. And stop right now.
And then
Okay,
it's like-
that's on the
like,
fly.
that one, that's it.
Now, that's it right
That's
there.
it.
That's
Now,
it. It can be good or bad. That's it right
And then
there.
you be like, you get a little too out of hand. That's not the only thing you need to do. You need to be.
Yeah.
You need to multitask.
But direct feedback, what did we talk about before you got over here? I don't know. We're going to stay here till we
down.
come up with it,
Yeah, sit
right?
down.
Okay, y'all say, hey, give me 3 things that we talked about.
Yeah, give me 3
Give me
takeaways.
3 things.
Give me 3 takeaways.
We did A, B, and C. Okay,
Very good.
then.
Good job.
But then what happened to be when we was in the throes or something? You know, you knew this. I know you know this.
Right.
I'm not saying I know what you're thinking. I don't. But I know it crossed your mind.
Gotcha.
So if I'm giving you A, B, and C, you need to do A, B, and C.
Absolutely.
And don't do D, E, and F until you check with me.
Until you perfect what
Until you check with me, because you'll try to add some other shit onto it. When I just want A, B, and C, that's literally all that I want.
Yeah.
That's literally all that I want. But so yeah,
I
that's
told you
your
A, B,
thing.
and C. I don't know who the fuck taught you D, E, and F. Now, if you want to do D, E, and F, go back to that one. If she like that shit, if she like it, she love it.
Yeah.
I don't fucking
I
like
literally
that.
had guys come back and say, I'm ready to try it again. I'm ready to try to make
they
things
went out
better
there.
because
Right.
because I mean I ain't gonna say humiliated, but I did try to take some of your little man card away. Just a little bit. And it doesn't take much because they don't like that, you know.
Yeah, they don't.
Just a little bit to let you know that you ain't all that.
Right.
You know, that I know this might have worked, and what you do on woman A might not work on B, C, D, and for the rest of your life. And never get in that habit. So that's the problem I'm facing with the older guys. They think all women want the same thing.
Yeah, that's
and
the
it's
same
not true.
The
Not
only
true.
reason why woman A liked that shit is because she never had anything else. So come with Andrea.
With an experienced woman with a little season on
Right.
it.
Go ahead
Yeah.
and teach new shit, and then you go back to her. She be like, oh, like for her, for instance, with her. So she had the first 2 kids or whatever, and thought that shit was great. It was gravy.
Right.
And then she got this one that got her sitting here wondering contemplating her whole life existence, because she said she died 9 times if you hadn't heard her say it. The soul left
Got the
her.
soul left us 9 times.
Cause he learned some shit, and she's like, "Oh shit, I have."
Cause I was
been having sex
like,
before."
cause I was telling him like we the same age, and I was like, he definitely been fucking some older women, like, or he just experienced or some shit. Because like, how you know how to do that?
He might have.
He talked to something. Talk to something.
How old is it?
Well, no.
He
he's
below
younger
your,
than
he below the 45.
How old is it?
It all depends, because she said at 58 she wanted 45. Now
I did want 45 woman, and he taught me into a conversation.
Yeah, but that's what
he
I'm
didn't have to
saying,
talk me out of my panties though, because that was a given there. I was gonna do that.
So let's say.
If I'm hanging out with you, I won't sex.
Yeah.
So let's say this: at the age of, if the guy is, let's say 25. What would have been your age that you would want a 25-year-old? Would have been like in your 30s, your 40s? You would have been like, okay, yeah, I would have dealt with it.
At 30s, I did do 25-year-olds.
Okay, so
yeah,
that's a
but
possibility.
that wasn't a big thing. That wasn't a big age range.
Oh, I ain't mad.
But
I'm glad.
at 25, I had a 40-year-old, and he put me to shame. The 40-year-old taught me something. I'm like, I thought I knew some shit.
Yeah.
This 40-year-old put me to shame at
So
25.
he is the basis of your success right now.
I've learned a lot, and I kept it on lockdown. I truly
He
have.
was your sensei.
Yeah, I actually use it to my advantage at times. I do.
Shout out to
The 40-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now he probably what, dead? He deceased.
Oh my goodness.
Defeat.
So that that's intriguing and stuff like that, because to know that I can know that if I still have those goals on having it, and having that sex drive that constantly, that's like the energizing bunny and just not stop. Do you mind me asking if you even can recall how many sexual partners you've even had? Do you know?
In a lifetime?
That's the perfect answer.
No.
So like we were talking about.
No, I cannot recall. I want this case you didn't hear me first. No,
I got you.
I cannot recall.
Because I was talking with her, and she's 28, and she's 29. 29. She's 29. She said she started when she was 14. So she started when she was 14. She's 29. So that's 15 years of fucking. And she felt bad that she only had 2 hands to say she had sex. And I was like, that's fine, because it all depends on how long your relationships were.
That's all right.
I started when I was 14. I'm 48, and I have just 2 hands and a toe. You know what I'm saying? So. What you say nod right there is saying that you're using at least the minimum of hands and toes.
The thing about it is, when she said I felt bad, is because, to be honest with you, I have a high sex drive, and I want to experience people, but people judge you so much for
Who you worry about? Who judge you?
That's
I'm just saying, yeah.
Who judge you?
You care?
Yeah.
Who you care?
Yeah, she cares.
You care.
That's
It's a flaw.
But that's fine. Again, that's just you.
Yeah.
I'm always the person at the party or the gathering or things. So you know what? And I overdressed. Girl, I'm just glad to see your face.
Yeah.
Well, girl, I'm almost ashamed to tell you such. I'm just glad to see you.
Yeah,
So I don't judge like that. I can't.
Right.
I can't.
I try to.
And there are people out there in this world that just really don't give a hell.
Just don't give a
And
fuck.
there's a lot of men out there probably don't care either.
Yeah.
But I don't care about their body count. But at the same time, it's not been no 1,000.
Yeah,
I know that.
right.
But it's over 500. That is.
No, it's not. Because you don't know.
Yeah,
No,
it's over 500.
it's not. Stop.
At 35, I was at like. At 35, I was at like 410.
You would.
Yes. So
And see,
I'm 60. It's over 500.
yeah. And it's probably the type of people that I'm dealing with that's judgmental, because like, in a sense, I don't care, because I'm like, this is my body, I do what I do or whatever. But it's like, men like don't really want to go for that, because I'm the type of person, I want to be in a relationship, I want to be married. And
nothing wrong with that. But you know what? If I could just find a really good, sexual relationship, and maybe, go out every now and then. I guess it would be a relationship though, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Is there a signature move that's probably I'll put a little bit of that Denise on their ass, and that's why they.
That's the booty in the air,
There you go.
and then clutch it.
Okay, so
The booty in the air and clutch it, and then fall flat on your stomach and clutch it again.
Am I angled? I'm angled on my hands and knees right now. Okay, what do I need to do?
You doing your kegels.
And on my hands and knees, and I just kegel it. Okay.
And then when you fall flat on your stomach, you do the whole booty cheeks, hold on to it. Just
tighten that ass.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And
They gonna go crazy.
I literally just.
See, I'm gonna have to save this, and I'm gonna have to show it. So like when I go ahead and do this, I don't need the question to come back to me like, "Where the fuck you learn this from?" I'm like,
always
it's on my podcast. I need you to. I'm gonna flip it on them like.
I had one like that
podcast.
back in the day. I had one like that. Where you learn this stuff? I said, I'm literally making this stuff up.
Right.
I said, you would leave to go to work in the morning, and I would tell you before you left, hey, I'm gonna try this, and this when you get back. So then when out here, I'm not doing that. And of course, you get home at 5:30 and 6:30, you're doing it. So I don't understand what the problem was.
So
but you stop saying you're not doing it. But he got to the point where it was overwhelming for him. He was like, where are you coming up with this stuff? I said, I'm literally just making this stuff up. We were broke, we were poor. So you had to think of free stuff to do. 2 crystals, 2-3 crystals, some French fries, and some candles. The little candles used to get from the Dollar Tree, from the dollar store for 10 cents, and the little holders for $1. Burn those, be in the middle of the living room.
Yeah.
Lay it out on the floor and get you some popsicles. The ones that was the whole bag was $1.99 back in the day. And just insert the popsicle into this, and then put it in his mouth. Yes, and make him suck that popsicle.
The popsicle on the stick.
Yes, on the stick.
Oh,
the one, yeah.
You are inspiring me.
Yes.
You are.
Don't forget the sugar water too. I didn't tell you about the sugar water, right?
See, there are
Old people told me about that. Yeah, I had done sugar water a while. Cup of water, maybe about this much water. Make sure it's warm. So that when you put that tablespoon of sugar in there, it dissolves. And you just take your fingertips into the water and you just put it anywhere that you want him to taste. So you start in this area.
Okay.
You know, or either on your neck, and they just, oh my God, you just taste so good. So before they ate their whole body.
Oh my
Ate your whole body.
God. Oh my God.
Cost you nothing. Use stuff that you already had.
It costs you. It costs you absolutely nothing. That shit is in the house.
Yeah, it's in the house. Find stuff. And then make a game out of it. Hey, let's find something in the house. Let's try something different.
Get you some Kool-Aid, put it in an ice tray.
Yes. Kool-Aid. Yeah, back then, I'm telling you, I didn't have the stuff that we had then. Like the stuff that you buy, that you pour on. It's got the coconut or the lemon or the pineapple taste. We didn't have that shit. I made some shit up in a minute. Fraction. I want some to it. I want some surprises. I want some. Oh, what was that? Wait a minute. Do that again.
We had that exact conversation yesterday on the drive, talking about. They have a misconception. Well, of course, when we say they, we're only talking about the men that we deal with. Have a misconception of the word making love. They were like, oh yeah, we made love last night. I'm like, no, the fuck we didn't. We fucked. We had sex last night. What are you talking about?
We strewed.
Making love to me is, I come into the room, you got candles lit, you got music playing and shit. You sitting there doing that shit that they do on TV.
You looking in my eyes.
Yeah, you talking to me and all that stuff. And then at the time, I'm like, I gotta go to work. Like, can we?
It's done. Straight up.
Sometimes I'm like, go a little faster.
I'll literally say, I gotta be back on the clock in 20 minutes.
Hurry up.
Come on.
You need to hurry up.
Let's do this. Hurry up. Get me to where I'm trying to go.
Thank you. Get me to my destination.
But he's so proud of the fact that he's the one that caused me to squirt for the first time. And he's been going out there like crack ever since.
Yeah.
He goes, but he literally even asked me, there are days where I got a lot on my mind and I'm stressed and I don't get the same responses that he expects me to give him. And he will switch everything up or not stop until it comes.
Wow.
He will. And then
it's that ego.
He's a pleaser.
And then he literally looks up and say, did you nut?
Yeah.
I said, I finally did. He said, you were struggling for a while. That what's on your mind?
Yeah.
What's on your mind?
So it's safe to say that sex starts in your mind. Like it
does.
It's because it's a mind thing for me. I feel like it's a mind thing for me.
Yes, it does. We can get into a text message thing and boy, it can get heated in that text message.
Oh yeah.
And by the time he over there, there's nothing said when you walk in that door. Because we
Absolutely.
literally falling through with what we just texted the day before. Everything we talked about, we hit.
Yeah, like that day, I want to be texting you. I want to be talking about it.
I want to be warm by the time you walk in the door.
Ready by the time you get there. Like
I'm naked. Like
You've actually
I'll be naked. Door unlocked. He already know the door unlocked. And now I got the Ring doorbell, so I can unlock it from my phone, but I always unlock it. So now he don't even need a key. He never had one.
Yeah.
But I got caught with him twice too. Yeah. With the guys I was dating, I actually got caught with drive-by twice.
She's so fucking outspoken, this be the podcast. Always gonna spill the real, give a fuck if you mad. So don't be up in your feelings.